Where'd that come from? I love doing that. Coming up on today's Retro Robin Show, we're not going to play any Candy Crush, that's too bad for you, full of sugar. We're going to go healthy, yeah, we're going to have some vegetables. As well as more Commodore vs Spectrum and some more re-reviews from Crash, issue number 20, September 1985. So join me now if you love a bit of 8-bit, you're going to love a bit of me on the Retro Robin Show. Yeah, that's about everything. Total time! Welcome to the Retro Robin Show with me, Wayne, of course. So what is coming up on today's show? We're going to go back to September, issue number 20, as I told you in the intro of Crash 1985, where Crash was only 95 pence, less than £1, but boy did you get a lot of magazine for your money. And of course we're going to have a little bit later on in the show, usually towards the end, Commodore vs Spectrum, but because I've got so much to cram in today's show, unfortunately I'm only going to be able to do one Commodore vs Spectrum. However, I will make it up to you, I promise. And of course we're going to have a look at a new game. One or two things to tell you, as always, today's show is run on real hardware. Yes, we're using a real Commodore vs Spectrum, and the grey case Spectrum Plus 2 is providing the A voice sound in the background. Not this week, the toast rack. I'm giving it a bit of a break. It's exhausted, a bit like myself. And of course, the games that we'll be previewing will be used on the Spectrum Next clone. Hopefully, when I get my Spectrum Next, I'll be doing it on the Spectrum Next, as well as reviewing some Spectrum Next games. Is the Engo, the clone of the Spectrum Next, which is freely available to buy for around about £120 odd. It's really good, to be fair. It's all that you want in a computer. So, should we move on with today's show? Did you hear that then? I whistled. Move on with today's show, and the first game I'm going to play is, of course, vegetables. No Candy Crush. No, that's too sugary. This is a more healthier option. And with the power of editing, we'll move on and get the game loaded for you so you can see it in all its glory. So we've got the game loading up, and I just thought I'd show you the way it loaded. A bit unusual because you've got a flashing blue and black border, no loading bar lines, but the screen's, shall we say, the picture seems to be taking a long time to come down. And I thought, well, that's taking a long time for a logo. It doesn't seem to be hyperload or anything like that. It's just really, really slow. But by the time that screen hits the bottom, the entire game would have loaded. Would you believe it? And I thought that was just a nice touch. It's good to see people doing something different with the way that games are loading. Nowadays, the new releases are just boring in the way they load, where back in the 80s, there were some quite adventurous ways the games loaded. So as we're looking, I'm going to edit this little bit out and speed it up just a wee touch so you can see the game fully loaded and ready for me to play. So we're nearly loaded. There's a loading screen, and of course it's by Phoenix Ware. So they're getting a bit of a promotional buzz from me. Hold on a minute, let's pause the sound. We don't want any white clash, do we? So, vegetables, it basically is like Candy Crush game where you destroy the vegetables by getting so many in a line, and the more lines you can get, the bigger score you've got. So it's basically what you get with your apps on your mobile phone, but in a game form for the Spectrum, and done so much better with much more bigger graphics. Player just clicked off then. And a big hi to TJ in America for giving me a big up on his show the other day when I sent him some free software and of course a diagnostic card so he can test his beloved Spectrum collection. A little bit of love from England sent overseas, of course. We love his shows and all the energy that he provides. And of course a big hi to the stalker that was following me on the M4. Yeah, I know, it was probably me. Yeah, I saw you waving. I thought he was trying to tell me off because I was in a white van. I was expecting it. Somebody recognised me. I know. And I was in disguise. I was wearing these glasses. Well, that works for Clark Kent, so why can't it work for me? Anyway, enough of that. Let's have a look at this game. Okay, so we've got our 4 options there. Countdown? What's a countdown? I don't know, I haven't got a clue. C to view credits, R to redefine keys. Brilliant. That's champion, that is. I love it when coders allow you to redefine the keys. So, move left, move right, move up, move down, and select object. Okay. And pause game. And are those keys alright? Yes, indeed they are. And hopefully, I'm not sure, but I think we can start the game now. And there's no AY in the sound in the actual game, however, it is colour. What you do is you just basically place your, and line up 3 like so, and hopefully we get to see a bit more game. Lovely use of colour and of sprites, I have to say. So you've all played this, probably a fair few of you have played this, and believe me, it's hard to get some people off this game sometimes when you try and have a conversation with them. Candy Crush. Could be because I'm boring to talk to. I don't like to think that though. I think there are other reasons. And you get other little items in this game as well. Like for instance, you can't make a run move because it won't allow you to. But if you can get enough of them together, you will move on to the next screen. And sometimes it's a case of having to look very hard. It does offer you hints on which way to go. Or even it will change things around for you if you get stuck, which is pretty good. And we're going in at a nice deep pace. We've got 4 in a row there, which is good. Should get a bonus sometimes for that. And we can get 2 3s here, I think. No, not quite. 4 in a row. There you go. And let's get these in line. Get your wheels in line. Okay, I have done. And unfortunately, these little blue blocks there, these ones that I've highlighted here, you can't exactly move them. So I can't go from there and up. It won't allow me. But you can slowly bring them down and remove them from the issue that they're causing if you're skillful and talented. There we go, the first multi-drop of the game, which is great to see because I didn't think I'd going to get one. I'm not the best at this game, but is it enjoyable? Well, yeah, it's great actually, because it's like an observation game. You know, you have to constantly be scanning around the screen to look for your next move, and unlike the apps, you don't have to worry about a time limit so much. There is a time and there is a shuffle that you can use. See that there? Did you see it at the top corner? It showed me where my next move was. If you spend too long and you can't find your next move, it will show you. And oh no, I didn't want to do that one. I wanted to do one at the top. Yeah, shuffle. Yeah, go on then. There we go, we got our first shuffle out of the way, and now hopefully we can start really getting into this game if I can spot somewhere else to move. Okay, so now let's move that one up there, and that one across. There we go, if we can get as many of them to come across as possible. And ooh, let's try that one there, shall we? And this one across. Now hopefully we're going to get a big drop in a minute. When I link this upwards, the I think they're sweet, aren't they? Sweet. Ugh, what a horrible vegetable. Not sure what all the vegetables are, but the sprites are pretty colourful and pretty addictive to play. Yeah, I've played this for quite a while now, and it can go crazy sometimes. Things can happen all over the screen that you don't even realise. The only thing that lets a game down, it's a pity it hasn't got an AY tune while you're actually playing it. It has got sound effects, but I feel it lacks that. However, overall the game, I'm going to give this a total of, I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. One for you to try. Available now. I like to buy the physical copy, and it's very well done indeed. Yeah, great game, no doubt. As you can see, my score's going up, and I'd want to keep playing it, to be honest. But I've got so much to fit in today's show, I can't keep playing this forever, so I'm going to move on in a moment. A couple more goes, just a couple more. Oh dear, where are we going? I'm stuck now. Okay, yep, one highly recommended, enjoyable game, great way of loading, nice to see something different with the loading. I used to love the way games loaded in the past, and yeah, want you to try. So let's move on to Crash issue number 20 from 1985 September, and it was 95 pence. The first game we're going to re-review is called That's the Spirit. It was by The Edge, and it retailed at £7.95. Stephen, I'm not going to say this second. Stephen was the author. Lipswich, spelled Lipowicz. I've done well to read that. And Andrew Blaisdell. So, what did Crash say about this particular game? Well, they had a total of, 3, 6, 7 review, 7 ratings, and so we're going to have a lot to read out. Use of computer 79%, graphics 74%, playability 82%, getting started 60%, addictive qualities 82%, value for money 85%, overall rating then was 82%, so that's quite a respectable rating. All of these games are going to be played in 48k mode because in 1985 there wasn't that many, I do believe, that was out for the Toast Rack yet. Or shall we say, was the Toast Rack even out? I ain't 100% sure because I've got a short memory and I forget these things. There's the loading screen, and of course that's a great big advertisement for the Edge there. Stop the tape. Okay. So now I'm loading it from an SD card. I don't need to stop the tape. Amazing. Oh, hostile bleeper sound to start with. Alright, let's pause the music down, please. That's better. We're not as quiet, are we? To begin, press 0 for joystick on the fire button. Okay. Now what I've got to remember is the keys. QA and OP by those things. Press Z or Z to continue. Well, I can see I'm moving along. It's a Sinclair, that's why I've got it in Kempston, so these things are, So obviously you can select stuff, so I presume if I can turn backwards, I should be able to click that, somehow. Yeah, there you go, and I can drop it, so I can collect it. So that's obviously something you've got to do with that later on in the game. And there's a bone, so I presume I can click that as well. What button was it to click now? Oh, close. Got it. 7 to, it's basically down, up to collect, isn't it? Okay, I'll get you. So are we looking at the key? Yeah, we're looking at the key. So I've got the control sorted. Let's have a look at the game. So the game is mainly focused across the middle of the screen. The rest is just the information. And I presume we're going to start seeing some action in a minute. There's obviously a key there I need to collect. And you have to be right over this way. And there's our first ghost. Oh, and now I'm dying. Let's move out of his way first. Subway! I presume I can get down there, can I? Okay, no. No. There's a dog saying no, and if you walk past him, your energy goes down. So, I presume now. No, not that one. We need to. Give him the bone, I presume. Now can we get past him? I'll just give you a bone. Okay, that's the spirit. Obviously I need to do a bit more research on how to play that, but my overall feelings, it deserves that 82% that Crashers gave it. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Maybe it's one you used to play back in the day, and I may have just reminded you of all the glorious games that were there for you to play. Yeah, I'm going to have a look into that and play it a bit more. Let's move on to the next game. Next game we're going to have a look at is Rollin' Rat Race. Hey, rat fans! That's a terrible impression. Sorry for anyone in the United States that are watching. Rollin' Rat was like a cuddly type of rat, giant-sized rat character that was on early morning television, sort of breakfast TV back in the day. Probably about 20 years ago, possibly longer than that. And Yeah, when they had gimmicks like little puppets and stuff like that. But yeah. Okay, so it was by Ocean, it was £7.95, and of course, use of computer was 69%, graphics 70%, playability 68%, getting started 82%, additive quality 73%. Yeah, we'll see about that. Value for money 65%, well at £7.95. I have already played the game, and to be honest, I think it was a 199 type game myself. Overall rating 66%. So let's have a look at this game. We're going to use the 48K version, and we're going to load now. There's your loading screen. Not too bad a loading screen, I've seen worse. Ah, great, we can use all sorts. Chemston plus IL2, or 4 for interface 2. Well, I've got it in interface 2, so I'll use that. And a purifier, we can start the game. Oh, I remember this game well. Ah, you've got to go down the ladder first, and get out of the way. You're getting followed. I presume you can give him a clout with this. Oh, you've got a gun, haven't you? I've got to find bullets. Oh, I've got him. You don't want to get... You can get stuck in that, like that, so you don't want to get stuck in that. Oh dear. Get out of here. And if you fall off the end, no you can't fall off the end, that's good. Can I go up there? I presume I can. Oh dear, I'm wasting sticky pads on the floor. Right, to go up is quite difficult. So I'll come down the stairs quite well, but to go up you've got to really be up. That's it. Got it, I've got it. Oh, my energy's going down fast. I can go up that ladder. No, I can't go up to another room. Okay. I need to click that apple, don't I? I presume I need to click that apple. Is that energy? Yes. Well, it's an interesting game. Oh, let's get down there and click that. Ah, these boots are annoying. Aha, so there's obviously a key we can collect. I find it A stuck, but I've already got some ammo, and oh no, I've stuck myself to the entrance of that small hole, and I can't move very far. So let's come on, get out of the way. I've got something on my back, haven't I? They move too quickly, but fortunately they don't do too much damage for you. I like the little scrolling bike and car at the top of the screen. That's different, isn't it? And it's one of them games where you do have to be exactly on the ladder to go up it, I'm afraid. So you won't move up there unless you're perfectly placed. Oh, look, they do follow you. That's the thing, they are following you, and that's stuck there because they don't know what you're going to do. They're trying to get to those set of stairs. Yeah. I've got one. I like it when I get them. Yeah, it's just not easy to get up these ladders. You've got to be absolutely pixel perfect. Okay, let's give that a rating, shall we? 66%, well that does seem a bit low, and for what the game is doing, if I can work out 100% on how to solve it, I'll definitely have a give it a go. It's one I probably would play because it intrigues me. Clever use of the same screen but with different levels kind of saves on a lot of code, I presume, so gives the game plenty of scope. And there's always something happening on the screen, so yeah, not too bad. Obviously, because there's no bleeper sound in it at all other than the effects, and of course they couldn't really put music without using up too much memory. If it was a later version of AY sound would have been good on this game, it would have made it feel a lot better. My total rating out of that then, well I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10, slightly more than 66%, and I just rounded it up effectively, so yeah, why not? Maybe there's one you haven't seen, give that a go, who knows, you might enjoy it. Moving on then, still trying to work out the keys. Don't tell me their interface. Interface. Okay, I've learned the keys, and if I can get it out of the net, it's quite a tricky game. Seems to automatically go up and down, and it's a bit slow sometimes in reacting. I keep hitting the net. Of course, when you've done 2 fails like that, I'm forcing up down luck already. Oh, come on, that was... You've really got to time it well when you hit that ball to get over the net. Yes! I love God. Happy about that. First one I got over the net and you didn't even return it. Happy days. How is he serving now? Game to him. Go on then, serve. Oh, he just aced me. I know I missed. I pressed the button and you ignored it, as usual. Where's the ball? Oh, tell you what. Oh, he's going to go that side, hasn't he? I've returned one. Get in there. Yes. He missed, not me. Yeah, look, I've even got a crowd cheering. I think we've seen enough of this game, don't you? It's hard. I mean, the ball, it does start, it actually gets larger, but it's a tiny dot to start with, so you don't really see it to the last minute. And it's flashing all types of colours, and at times it can actually blend into the background. It's hard. It really is hard. It's an okay-ish game. I'm not going to really crush on that occasion though. Super Brat. 72%. I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. It was okay. It's a bit too tough. It almost feels like it's programmed in basic, but well. Let's have a look at the next game. Another game I'm going to have no idea how to play, but we're going to try it anyways. And if you notice, I've got a date stamp in the corner there for somebody who wanted me to date stamp it. Stamp myself. I'm not sure that's quite what he meant, but it's there anyways. Okay, let's have a look at this particular game. Was given use of computer 70%, graphics 86%, playability 90%, getting started 75%, addictive qualities 91%, value for money 87%, overall rating was 87%. Of course, it was by Gremlin Graphics. It cost you £6.95, and the author was Chris Kerry. So yeah, it's got 150 screens. Wow, it's got a big game then. Big game indeed. So we'll have a look at the tab file, and of course I'll be loading in the Spectrum format. We'll wait at the loading screen. If there is a loading screen, there it is. I remember this game. You're a man, sorry, you're a bird, you need to change into a man. It's quite a complicated game, but it is big, and graphically it's great as well. So showing you a few of the screens there. And now we've seen enough of that, we want to play, don't we? So neat little change of screen that's going to cause me autofocus problems, probably. And oh, QAOP is it? Yeah, okay. Oh, you got flies. Oh, it's, yeah, okay. I found out what left and right is, folks. That's usually a good start. Ah, and P. So it's a fly game. Oh, need that. Can I now fire? So you got a flashing heart. Whoa, I'll collect that team, why not? Right, the change of screens is immensely quick. If there's 150 of these, and yeah, they're simple-ish backgrounds, but they're not bad at all. I like the two-tone colour of the houses there. I've never seen a house that's two different colours between each level before, but hey, who knows? That gives you energy. Hopefully soon I'll be able to fire. As soon as I find something you need to fire. What's that? Oh, I freed him, whatever it is. I've got a load of items there flashing, so I've collected all them. I must have to do some of them. Okay, so I noticed he goes down the screen at a slow flap, so gravity must be really light in this universe. Because he moves up the screen quite quickly, and left and right he's fairly rapid indeed. So you should be able, oh, guess what, it's a dead end. I'll go down here then. Ah! Interesting Dev Siege once. I've been strobed. That's what I should have pressed first time, was 2 Kenston, shouldn't I? And here it is! Dior, it's doing well. Great stuff, mate, love it. Aha! Now I know what fire is. What was that? It's a flashy thing. Oh, fish! Let's say no. Oh. What great use of graphics. You can fire, but you need to collect something. Get away from him. Sometimes you feel a bit dead-ended, don't you, when you can't go any further. That stops you from flying. Oh, actually, it's death. It stops you from living. Yeah, you've got to... I'll let it go. Oh, I love that. How good is that? Yeah, 87%. It wasn't far off a crash smash, and I can quite understand. I'm going to give that an 8.5 out of 10. Why not? And effectively agreeing with Crash as always there. I think they got that pretty spot on. 150 screens. That's brilliant, that is. And great use of colours too. Sprites aren't so bad. Yeah, the only complaint I've got really is the fact it drops down a little bit too slowly. You know, if I jump out the window, I'm sure I would go down a lot faster than that, even if I was flapping. Splat. Let's have a look at the next game from Crash 1985-20. The next game we're going to have a look at is Code Map 2. Also, a few things to tell you I forgot to mention. Honourable mentions for the Crash Smashes in this particular magazine was, of course, Popeye by DK Tronics, £6.95. That got a very reasonable rating of 90%. Monty on the Run by Gremlin Graphics, a great Monty game, £6.95, got 94%. And of course, we had On the Run by Design, £6.90 as well, and that got 91%. Also, a game I featured in the last episode was Highway Encounter, and that got a great Crash Smash as well. The price of that was £7.95. So those were the Crash Smashes in that particular magazine. Let's move down to the right file. We'll go for the tap, of course. 1984 it says here, but this was reviewed in 1985. Okay, so what does it make of this particular game? Codename Map 2. Great use of computer, 78%, graphics 81%, playability 80%. Yeah, getting started 70%, addictive qualities of course was 83%, value for money 75%, its overall rating was at 81%, and this game of course by D-Mark would have cost you £8.95, and Derek was the author. So let's have a look at this game. I'm sure you've all played this one before, I know that I have, and I've realised that when I played it last I was an expert at it. Hey, you know that's a lie. But nonetheless, it's not a bad game. So great stuff is we can choose our option between keyboard, Kempston, cursor and interface 2 not to start game. We're going to go for Kempston, that way I haven't got to hunt around for the keys. Yes, it's a spacey game. And of course to accelerate we need to... I forgot how to accelerate now because you have to use a key, don't you? And we know it's a fire. No, but you can change your. I can see some dots. They're moving. Are they moving any closer? Yeah. Let's go that way. So speed needs to go up. Yeah. Now we're moving forwards. And I'm being attacked, so I need to find out what I'm being attacked by. Red alert. Can't find anything. I'm dead already. Should we try that again? So I'm still trying to figure out how to play this game. I can notice you can change screens there. And I can see someone approaching upwards. So we can see that I've got to get to those somehow. And you can change guns. You can have a targeting system. As well as you can change what you fire. Equipment, oh yeah, you've got a laser. Or you've got some sort of missile. but it's so difficult to get into. It's a slow moving game, so slow moving up until the point where you lose all your energy. Well, as soon as you see that go status red, you need to slow down, because there's obviously going to be something for you to shoot at. And I've turned my shields off, so I need my shields on. Okay, yeah, it's not my type of game, but I have played it before. It's a little bit tricky to get into, to be honest, and yeah, got 81%. I remember playing that before. I did actually manage to play a better version of that, but I'm sure plenty of you have seen that. Like a space shoot 'em up, and I didn't get on with it, to be honest. I found it a little bit boring. So I'm going to give that a 5 out of 10, and you may disagree with that. Remember, today's show is only a matter of opinion, and everything, of course, is on real hardware. Let's move on to another game. Okay, moving on to Southern Belle. Houston game at £7.95. Mike Mail and Bob Hillier were the authors, and of course it was the use of computer was given 82%, graphics 79%, playability 76%, addictive quality. Sorry, getting started. Getting ahead of myself there. Getting started 65%, addictive qualities 80%, value for money 85%, overall rating 84%. So this has a wealth of promise. Let's give it the retro Robbins treatment. We've got loaded in the 48K mode, of course, and of course we've got the loading screen on as well. So hopefully there's a loading screen. Oh, that is nice, I have to say. Blue down the mountain, sorry. Okay, press enter for the high speed run. Oh, so you got your options here. Okay, should we just go for the demo version? Press enter to continue. Oh, I've played this game before, yeah, I know it. It's a good game, to be honest, where you're controlling that, and beep beep. It's not exactly Severn Valley Railway, but you know, it's as closest to an experience as you're going to get on an 8-bit, I suppose, and yeah. So you've got to basically start up that engine and get it moving. When that will drop, and here we go, we've got it on the go. It's not bad for a little scrolling wire type graphic game. It's yeah. Well, I'll let the demo run. As you can see, speed is building up. You've got a certain amount of coal and you've got so much water, so you need to pull in and start to fill up those particular points in the game. And it will probably move quite quickly as it builds up to speed, and there you've got your time scale as well, so you've got a clock, and yeah. Yeah, I've played this before. It's a good game. It's an okay-ish game. So 84%. It's okay. I wouldn't give it that higher rating. Now I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10, to be honest. I'm just getting mesmerised by the puffs of pixelated smoke. It looks great though, doesn't it? It does look good. I've just had a few text messages come through. I'll need to check them up in a moment. So yeah, everyone's getting in contact with me. Okay. Yeah, so I've gave that each rating. Shall we move on to another game, which I'll give you the ratings of first, and see if you can guess what it is. It's a budget game. In fact, the last two games today are budget games. They're both at $1.99, and yeah, let's move on to that game. Desert Burner. That was the game I was telling you. So yeah, use of computer 52%, graphics 37%, playability 45%, getting started 65%, addictive qualities 41%, value for money 50%. Well, at £1.99 you can't really go wrong, can you? And overall rating was 48%, so that effectively got a 5 out of 10. And authors were R. Paul and T. Murray. Any relation to Andy? Perhaps you could have played that. Oh, knocking the camera. Played that back game at the beginning. The one that I managed to be rubbish at. But then that's quite an achievement. So as you can see, it's going to be a biking game. The good thing is we got all the selectable question. All the selections are there. Keyboard controls. Well, I wonder if you can redefine. Interesting. But we'll go for Kempston so I don't have to find them out. Five menu to game and game. Okay, 5 menu to game. Track 1, track 2. 3, 4 playing tips. Oh, this is good. You get playing tips in the game. I ain't got time to read for all that. Press any key. Oh, press 1. Press key 1 to continue. Ah, disable destruction. As if I would do that. Free to return to menu. Whoops. Let's go for track 1, shall we? And now we're going to play the game. 4 for joystick menu. Ah, you've just done that. Okay, 3. Goodness me, there's a lot to this, isn't there? Ah, right, okay. Oh, it's pretty easy, isn't it? Oh, no. It's a shoot 'em up. Ah, enough shots on bin. Well, it's not exactly Street Hawk, I'll tell you that for free. Oh, I've got to jump that puddle. Well, I thought I had to jump that big hole in the ground, but as it happens... Are you limited on the amount of bullets you can have? Oh, I got them both. As I can see, the sun seems to be going down in the background. It's got a smiley face on it, so I presume we're going to go into the dark soon. Yeah, the sunset's gone red. Mildly tight blocky scrolling. Well, there's a hole in the ground, but you don't fall over it. Oh, because I've disabled destruction. So I've probably been dead a long time ago. Would I cheat like that? No, of course I wouldn't. Yeah, as I thought, it's dark. I bet without the slight hack in this will be one hell of a trick. Oh, look, there goes my wheels. That only got 48%, but I believe it was better than that. I'm going to give that. Maybe I should play with... Yeah, I will do. I'll play with Destruction, come back to that and tell you what I think. Yeah, I played it without the cheats in. I put the cheats back in just so as you can see it without me dying. And I didn't think it was a bad game at all, to be honest. I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. One for you to try, maybe. Give it a go. You never know what games you may like that you've never played before. So, let's move on to the last game before we have a little fight with Commodore. Only a 1 today. We've got to fit so much in out this magazine. It's unreal. In fact, there was Buck Rogers that I'm going to skip over because I've already done that once. We could have reviewed as well. It wasn't all that good. That was okay. Yes, final game. St. Crispians. Use of computer 45%, graphics 55%, playability 70%, getting started 75%, addictive quality 67%, value for money 80%, overall length 72%. D. Bowyer was the author, and as I told you earlier, it was a budget game at £1.99. And Creative Sparks, who also did the previous game, are the software producers, which is an unusual name for, I suppose. I've not really caught on with them before, so let's have a look at this game. And of course, let's have a wait at the loading screen. If there is one, it will show itself. Reveal yourself. Ah, this is the one where you're in the hospital, aren't you? Yeah. Difficult game. But then that could be my level of skill is down to 2 on the Richter scale of 20. Almost as low as you, TJ. Now, as I said before, you're good at the games you play the most, and I am really one for playing this sort of game. Right, they will instantly home in on you. You can go into other screens. there's no set pattern in them. They're just sort of zoning straight to catch you. And the more they catch you, the more injured you can get. Injuries going up to 20%. Okay. So the best way to go is to go out of the room as fast as you can. And you see, they're hoeing on me pretty quickly. Avoidance skills. Okay. Oh no, come on. Injury up to 30%. Quick, run for it. Oh, come on. How come their nurses are like really, really fast and you like really, really slow? I've not touched him. I suppose I am walking into him. He's nowhere near. She's nowhere near me. I'm not clapping these heroes. Oh no! They're catching me. Oh, I found another room. I think the more yellow the ward, the more... Oh, there's something I can collect. I've just got to get to it. I'm not going to get there. I'm doomed. Oh, she turned off. Yay! Ah. That, obviously, you don't collect. Oh, I'm doomed. Ah, they turned away. But I still run into her. Dear me. And he's on walking sticks now. Oh look, how funny is that? He moves quicker. Oh. Oh, that's a nice touch. I'm doomed, I'm telling you. Get away. Oh, I'm going to make it to that exit before they do, surely. Oh, turned away. Oh no. Look! It's nowhere near me! I protest! It's got to be a private hospital. Oh look, we're in a games room. Well, I've got a couple of queues. Okay. What's that thing up there? Have I got to collect it? Shut up! I'm concentrating. Well, I'm going to collect that, whatever it is, even if it is my doom. I've been fired. I've been fired. Not for the first time in my life, I may hasten to add. Actually, I don't think I've ever been fired. I've only ever been laid off once. And most of the places I tend to give an honourable leaving to. Interesting game. I don't know quite what to make of it. It's got a bit of a hull at the stilts. That made me laugh. 72%, 7 out of 10 effectively. Yeah, okay, I agree with that. So, let's move on to the last feature of today. And as you know, Spectrum have done their catching up and caught up and probably neck and neck right now. Although I need to tot up the total of victories to Spectrum compared to victories to Commodore overall. I think we're neck and neck again. Commodore did take a lead of around about 4-5, but Spectrum slowly caught up. So, join me now as we have one last battle. Not the last battle, but one battle, a one-off, a shot in the dark. Commodore versus Spectrum. Thrust that is the loading screen for the Commodore version, and this is the game that we're going to try today. Compare it to the Spectrum version to see, is the Spectrum version better than the Commodore, or is the Commodore version of this game better on the Commodore itself. So, just waiting for it to finish loading, and we're nearly there, just a few percent to go. It's got a good little demo version, I must admit. Press spacebar to start, and if I remember rightly, this game was very difficult to control. Let's run through this demo again. Obviously can go too high. Oh, I see. So you rotate and you're going to rotate that way, aren't you? Oh, it's a tough one to rotate. Ah, I've got the fuel. I'm not rotating in the opposite direction. I wonder if I've got the right joystick plugged in. 1 second. I'm doing rather badly. I've got to be honest, it took me a long time to be able to control this one. I've learned roughly now what to do, and the keys are... that's it. Now I can go over to there and pick that up. Once you... that's it. Now we can navigate that, and hopefully... whoa! How tough is this? I've used my fuel up. The fuel's going down quite rapidly. Let's see if I can find some more fuel. I'm going to give up on trying to grab that bomb. If you go too high, you die! Okay, let's, come on, we can do this. Whoa, come on, we can do this. How can one man be so pathetic at such games? Oh, that thing fires at you. Oh, nobody gave me that memo, did they? So if you get too close, that fires at you. Thanks for that. I'm glad you informed me. Now, for that, you can have this right on you. Come on, destroy it, destroy it, destroy it. Come on, destroy it quick before it fires me. Why didn't you swing? Spectrum version time. Okay, 48K mode. Ah, this one gives you the keys. Same keys actually as in the Commodore. Thrust, fire, and M to pick up. So it's AS. What unusual. Ah, define the keys. Yes, why not? Rotate left. Rotate right. Thrust. Fire will have him. Weird. This game's almost as if it's partly basic as well. Okay, so how do we start the game? 1 aboard, 2 freeze, 3 start. Select the keys now, I've got them. 3 start. Oh, okay, I'll get you. I'll get you. Try again, shall we? Why does it come with question marks when I'm using them two? Not happy about this. He ain't happy about it. Left, right. What? It's coming with question mark. Let's rectify the situation with a bit of clever programming. Yay! Okay, good stuff. Right then. Ooh, I'll tell you what. It's a bit easier. No, get away. Oh, no, please don't crash, Oh no, I need to get that bump to hit him. Go on, you can die. No! Oh, okay. Do you have to put that bomb in that like race thing then? I'm running out of fuel. No! How hard is this game? I suppose I better judge it, hadn't I? Oh, we got a demo version for the Spectrum, have we? I'm glad about that. So we got a demo version for the Commodore, you got a demo version for the Spectrum, and the Commodore's very, very green, all over green. The Spectrum has a few more colours than that. The Commodore has a more colourful explosion. Sound effects on the Spectrum's not bad though. So, flip of a coin almost. Here comes my verdict. Yeah, okay, I prefer the Spectrum version, but by such a narrow margin it just felt a bit unfair. Slightly easier to play than the Commodore version. Commodore's got a nice SID sound. Spectrum doesn't have that, but for playability wise, it's a little bit more playable on the Spectrum. Now, I'm not very good at this game, and that's not my intention to be any good at these games. Some of these games I've not played for many years, and some of these games I used to play an awful lot, and you'll never lose those type of skills with you. But yeah, that concludes today's show. So remember, if you like the show and you enjoy the content, please remember to subscribe, like, share, and feel free to leave a comment. And when I can, I will try and get back to you. Unfortunately, we've only got time for one of these today. I normally usually do the best out of three. Hopefully, we'll be back to that format next week. All being well. Do apologise for the late show. Big thank you once again to TJ. He's got a great show. Please subscribe to his channel. And also thank you to Mark from Mark Fixes Stuff, who got me in touch with a person so I could build a new device. Great one, Mark. Love your show. Keep up the great content and get a shave. I don't like him with his beard. It's like he's grown older. I don't know. Perhaps I should grow a beard. Big bushy beard. In the meantime, for me, Wayne Retro Robbins, you all have a nice working week or weekend, depending on when you watch this show. Bye-bye for now, and see you all again soon. Thank you for watching.